In addition to visiting family and friends, we have so many places we want to explore throughout the U.S. We want to explore state and national parks, attend and participate in fitness events, and just plain old vacation. However, we work and are still a few years from retirement, so we have limited time to travel. This is the first video in a 3-part series where we will be sharing all of the places that we want to travel in our van. In this video, part 1, we will share where we plan to travel in our camper van in the next 2 to 3 years. I'm Kimberly.
I'm Corey. Welcome to our channel.
Be sure to watch all the way through to the end to hear all of the places we want to travel to first and let us know your recommendations.
Trust us, you don't want to miss out on any of the van life tips or DIYs for your van conversions. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and turn on the notifications to get alerts for when we drop a new video.
We know that it can be hard to decide where you should travel for the first few adventures in your camper van. We took a long look at our list of must-go-to places and decided where we wanted to go first. We will be taking some of these first trips while we are in various stages of the build, which will impact how far we want to travel and how long we're willing to stay without all of the amenities we plan to have in our build. For sure, we will do a quick overnight somewhere local, probably in town. Corey says the Walmart parking lot, but
Why not?
but I'm hoping for somewhere more scenic. This trip is primarily a kick the tires trip and make sure everything runs as it should while we have access to local resources and can still drive home if we need to.
We have started a list of what we think we will need during our trips, and this quick overnight will provide the opportunity to start identifying everything we may have overlooked. Feel out how showering in the van will work, and etc. This first trip will be a test for Beans as well. While we plan to acclimate him to the van throughout the build, this will be a good outing to test his comfort level.
Or discomfort level. The second trip we are planning will be a weekend getaway to Devil's Lake State Park to hike the East Bluff Trail and some other dog-friendly trails. We will be bringing our mountain bikes to test the transportation as well as enjoy some of the trails. We plan to put them on an external bike rack, which will extend the length of the van. So this is something that we want to test out. This trip will also be a continuation of our initial test run, as well as validating our design for storage, our kitchen design for food prep and cooking, measuring electricity use, as well as water consumption and the need for disposal of all waste.
Our first extended trip will be a 6-night stay in Madison, Wisconsin to attend the CrossFit Games. We have been going to the CrossFit Games for 4 years. 3 of those we have camped in RVs right outside of the venue with our friends from the gym. We usually live out of a bag while there. Staying in the van will allow us to unpack and live out of the van. There are several benefits of this being our first long overnight trip. We will only be a little over 2 hours from home, and we are familiar with the area as well as the resources. The venue has bathrooms and showers in case we need them. Very beneficial if we find an issue with our bathroom. There is a lot to do throughout the day, so we will not spend a lot of time in the van, and there are a lot of good restaurants in Madison, so we will not be eating every meal in our van as well.
No, probably breakfasts primarily. The next trip will be our first long drive. We'll be going to Legends of the Falls, which is a fun competition put on by Mayhem Mission that takes place in Nakalula Falls in Alabama. This trip takes us through Nashville, where we will more than likely spend all of our nights, because let's face it, Nashville has great food.
Barbecue.
Chicken and biscuits. We will drive down to the event in Alabama, which puts our total travel distance at 950 miles each way. Because we will be so close to Atlanta, Chattanooga, and Knoxville, we may extend this trip from 4 days to a week to visit some of the areas and hike some of the trails down south. This will take us to mid-fall and about to the end of our vacation time. Wah, wah, wah. So we will probably not take any other trips the first year.
Let us know where you went on your first few trips in your camper van. Did you stay close to home or make it an epic road trip? Make sure you comment below.
Next year, our adventures will primarily consist of trips within 3 to 4 hours of home, although this could and probably will change. One thing we'd like to mention is that while we like to hike, mountain bike, etc. during our travel, we look forward to exploring the communities we visit, scouting out local coffee shops and restaurants, as well as attending local festivals, farmers markets, movie nights, etc. So anything that they have to offer, we're willing to try. The first trip of the year will be to Door County, which has been a place I've wanted to visit for a while.
I've been to Door County once and look forward to experiencing the cherry trees in bloom and revisiting the 2 national parks that are on either side of the peninsula. The plan is to go in mid-May when cherry blossoms are at their peak. Although the water temperature will still be cold, we plan to kayak as well as hiking and mountain biking.
The second trip of next year, we will head to the Porkies, or the Porcupine Mountains, during the summer to hike to the many waterfalls. We also plan to mountain bike in the Porkies as well as Copper Peak and find some clear lakes to paddleboard.
This will be the last year of the CrossFit Games. We'll be in Madison and we will camp at the CrossFit Games again. We plan to stay 6 nights in a van. Another summer trip will be to Lake Superior and the Apostle Islands. We are unsure of the length of this trip. In addition to hiking, we'll bring our bikes and paddleboards to keep us entertained.
This list does depend on how far along we are on our build, as well as how comfortable we feel traveling in an unfinished camper van. And one of the outcomes of preparing this list of places we want to travel to in our camper van has been the conversations about what we want to do, activities we enjoy, and things we look forward to experiencing. The conversations have brought us both quite a bit of joy. Stay tuned to hear the places we have identified for our pre-retirement trips, which will be in part 2.
For even more tips and tricks for your camper van conversion build, follow us on our Instagram.
If you like this video and think other van lifers will too, hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks.
Thank you.